Hello, this lecture is part of the Lazy Money system. The title is Correction List. General considerations. The product selection can be very important. There are many products, but not each product would be a good fit for everybody. It is like in the real world. There are stores that sell fruit, and there are stores that sell high-end designer furniture. There are fast food restaurants and expensive Italian restaurants. If you take a look, you will find that you could not run any business. It has to fit what you can do and what you believe is good. The same is true for online products. So, if a product does not seem to sell, you should ask yourself whether that particular product is something that you can honestly stand behind. The product might not be up to your standards, or you might have picked a product that is completely not what you would like to sell to somebody. To give you an example, there are a lot of dating products out there. I could not sell any of them. I have been married for over 20 years and I have not been doing any dating in ages. So many of those products promote values that I do not consider valuable. This was just an example to show you what I could not sell. You might see it different, and you might make a killing selling hookup guides and just be loving it. I'm just saying that every person has his or her own standards and values, and these can very well make a huge difference as far as selling certain products are concerned. You have to find out for yourself which products you like and stick to those products that you can honestly recommend, not just to strangers, but even to close friends. If you could not tell your kids, parents, mom, dad, etc. about that particular product and that you are promoting it, I can guarantee you that you will not sell any of it. And even if you would sell them, you might wake up in the middle of the night and have nightmares or feel miserable, and so it's not recommended. Now let's take a look at what else could go wrong. Product presentation and the ad. You can't do very much about the sales page. Well, actually you can do something about that, but that would be very advanced, and I'm not going to cover it here. So, for our purposes here, you simply have to decide whether the sales page could do a good job of selling the product. If that's not the case, you should find a product that actually has a good sales page. The ad for the product is something that you control, and it can make all the difference in the world. The Lazy Money system is mainly about persuading people that already know the particular product, and you persuade them to buy it now. And they see your ad, and then they would buy with your affiliate link. The headline of the ad should simply be the product name. You can play around with putting get or buy in front of the product name, or you could add an exclamation mark or a question mark to the end of the headline. Sometimes little gimmicks work, like this little TM symbol or this registered trademark symbol with the circle around it. Another thing that might work is the equal sign and the greater than sign next to it. It looks like a little arrow. If Bing would see those little gimmicks, they might disable the ad, but on the other hand, they are not checking every ad, so you might get away with it. The actual body of the ad should contain a brief statement of the main benefit of the product, and ideally should also contain a call to action. So you should read the sales page or look at the affiliate page for the product and get ideas what to write here. You can also create 2 or 3 ads with different text and see which one gets more clicks and conversions. Also, you can go to Bing or Yahoo and type in that particular product name, and you will see other ads coming up, and then you can learn from these other ads and model your ad from that. But you have to be careful, because you will see a lot of kind of morons that create ads. So, for example, I have seen something where somebody said 100% guaranteed in the ad copy. This is not good. Most products have a money back guarantee anyhow, and you should not stress that in an ad. If you do so, you catch all the refunders, the ones that do not really want to buy the product from the ad, and when they see, oh, it's 100% money back, okay, fine, I buy it and get my money back. So it won't do you any good. Then another stupid thing is to offer a discount when there is not actually a discount. You will see that very often if you do some research, people offering 70% discount, and then you click on the ad and see it's just the regular price. So that doesn't work. People are not stupid. If there is a discount, sure, you can use that particular dollar amount of discount if it's on the sales page, no problem. But don't make up discounts just in order to get clicks, because you will not get many sales. It can only backfire. The next thing is the country selection. The country selection is not always obvious. Many products are sold in the US, for example. Those same products can as well be sold in countries where the majority of the population speaks English. Those countries are United States, obviously, Canada, United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, Ireland, and very often I also select Finland, Sweden, Denmark, Germany, France, Switzerland, Spain, Netherlands, Australia, Italy, and Norway. Those countries do not have English as their first language, but most people speak or at least understand English. And on average, people in those countries are not poor. Now, countries like India, Philippines, China, etc. are only recommended for products that specifically target people in those countries. For almost all other products, they are not recommended because sometimes these people cannot afford the products. Very often, you can select all countries for example, for information products, if you're too lazy to select each country, or it might plainly work. I have done that very often, and I've seen 1 penny clicks in my reports. If you only select US, you might not get the traffic for the cost that makes sense for you. And if you select all countries, it can be very useful to discover countries where the product is actually selling. So you select all countries to start with, and then you let it run, and you have some sales, and then you look into your reports and see which countries are actually the ones where the buyers are from, and then you focus your campaigns on those countries. There are websites that you can use to pinpoint the countries that you should target. One of those websites is alexa.com. So you key in the website here. Let's take, for example, Google Sniper. That's a ClickBank product. And now Alexa shows how this website ranks and shows some demographics. But what I'm interested in here is the countries. So from this you can see this particular website gets visitors from India, United States, United Kingdom, South Africa, and Canada. And those countries, this is what you can use for your targeting in your Bing ads. Another website is quantcast.com, and you can also use this. Google Sniper, let's see what they have. You can see some information about how many visitors. Yeah, but in this case, it doesn't show more that's useful for us. Another website that you can use to get more information is compete.com. See whether we find anything here. Shows the visitors. No, it doesn't show the countries. Now, another website is Google Trends. So you key in a search term and you get more information about this search term, and you can see where people are searching for this. Now from this you can see that a lot of people from the Philippines are actually searching for Google Sniper. Then Pakistan, Malaysia, Indonesia, United Kingdom, Australia and United States. So you can use this information to find additional countries that you can target. The next thing that's important is the bid price. So sometimes you set up an ad and everything looks nice and fine, and after a couple of days you still see no click and no impression. So the easiest fix is to simply increase the bid price. You have to make sure that the ad is okay and the product is fine and there's nothing else, but aside from that you simply increase the bid price. And even if you started the ad with the bid price that Bing suggested, and you still might not get any traffic, so you simply increase it. And don't be afraid to bid, I don't know, even if Bing suggests 25 cents, don't be afraid to bid $1 or $2. You usually don't get charged that much for a click. So for example, you can bid $1.39 and Bing charges you only 18 cents for the click. So, but you need the higher bid price in order to get the campaign running. Once the campaign has been running for a while, you are actually, you get a better quality score, because the quality score is also dependent on how many clicks you got over the lifetime of the ad. And the more clicks you accumulated, the better Bing considers the ad. Now, when you increase the bid price, you have to make sure that your daily budget is high enough to allow one click, but low enough that you don't drain all your budget just in case something goes wrong. Now, Bing will suggest keywords and bids for you, and the keyword suggestion is actually a trap. It makes money for Bing, but most likely it will not make any money for you. So you can get a lot of traffic, it all looks nice, but you do not get conversion. So usually these suggested keywords are not good, at least not if you're using the lazy money system. So stick to your exact match product names until you make a sale for that product. And once you make sales, then you can add other keywords or build a mailing list for that niche, but just simply throwing more pay-per-click traffic at the offer is not recommended. It's very expensive and not very effective. Okay, that's it, and that's all for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Bye.